Hey everybody, Lady Gear you here, and welcome back to Let's Play Spyro the Dragon. In the previous video, we conquered whatever this world is named. I'm too lazy to pause my game to check the name. But in the previous video, we were joined by Gridgrippers Gaming, but unfortunately, he's not able to join us in this video because we used the Wii U chat to record, and that requires a gamepad, and my gamepad is broken right now, so we can't record, which is super depressing. But anyway, we're going to be conquering the Alpine Ridge, and I just want to get this over with because I've had a couple field recordings already, so I'm kind of sick of this area. Right off the bat, we're going to be introduced to a couple new enemies. These are enemies that I have no idea what their names are, just like everything else in this game. So I'm going to be calling them the Rancor because I've had Star Wars on my mind for a couple days now because there's a new trailer a couple days ago, and it was super awesome, and it made me watch football. So yeah, I'll be getting more of that in a minute, but right now I'm going to be talking about the gameplay aspects of this world. Previous video we were introduced to this type of enemy that's able to manipulate the terrain in this game. This video we're gonna see more of them and just what kind of gameplay, puzzling, challenge things that they can do. And we're also going to be watching myself drift slowly into madness as I go through this area because I kind of struggle with this area. It's not too big of a deal, but this area can be a little bit difficult. There's a couple more gems right here that we're going to go collect real quick. And those clouds in the background are pink. Why are they pink? They're evil. I'm just kidding. There's a dragon over here that we're going to go rescue.
Spyro, you're not afraid of those big, noisy, gigantic, awful beasts, are you?
Of course not.
I didn't think so.
The dialogue in this game can be really cheesy sometimes. So as I was thinking a second ago, a couple days ago, there was a new Star Wars trailer for The Force Awakens. And the thing is, this trailer premiered during the halftime of Monday Night Football. And the thing is, I've never actually watched a football game on television live. So this is like a new experience, and it was kind of cool, kind of. I'm not that big of a football fan. I did watch a one game in high school, and that was about it. So this is the first time I've ever watched a game on TV or whatever. But it was worth it because that trailer was awesome, and I just died. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully this time without fail. As I was saying a second ago, this is the first time that I ever watched a football game on TV. It was kind of interesting. I'm not that big of a football fan. I'm more of a baseball person. But the thing is, there's a new Star Wars trailer attached to this, so I was willing to watch half a football game to watch the trailer. And I did eventually end up watching the rest of that game because I was just curious to see who's going to win. Even though it was kind of obvious halfway through the game because one team was like completely dominating the other team. I don't remember what the teams were. I think it was like the Eagles versus the New York Giants or whatever. I don't know, I'm not that big. Like I said, I don't really follow football that often. I'm more of a baseball person. And even then, I don't really watch baseball that much anymore. I used to love baseball when I was a little kid. But nowadays, I don't really follow baseball that much, or any sport for that matter. Enough about that, because now I'm going to talk about that Star Wars trailer, because it was awesome, and things like that. And I just thought about that guy who just runs around in circles when we get near him, like, oh my god, it's a purple dragon, it's going to eat us all! So yeah, if I stop getting sidetracked about guys running in circles, and sparks eating dragonflies, that trailer kind of, so it's more of like, well, the movie obviously, because that's what trailers are for, but the characters actually spoke in this trailer. I don't think they really talked that often in the past couple of trailers, but they actually spoke in this one. It was really cool, and we got to see one of the characters I think his name is Finn. I might be wrong about that, but we got to see one of the characters with Luke's old lightsaber. getting ready to fight Kylo Ren, and we got to see more of the Millennium Falcon, whatever that thing is called. It was awesome. I would talk more about it in a moment because there's a dragon right here.
Oh, thank you for releasing me.
You interrupted my story because of that game. So yeah, that was pretty cool. You're gonna have to rewatch it for yourself, because I can't really describe that. I can't really describe how awesome that trailer was. I'm just really excited to see that movie because I'm a big Star Wars fan. Like I'm such a big Star Wars fan that I even like the prequels. I know a lot of people don't like the prequels, but for the most part they were good movies on their own. Now, like, you can't really compare them to the originals because the originals are true masterpieces. But the prequels were good movies on their own. Like, I even like Jar Jar Binks. I'm like one of the few people out there who actually likes Jar Jar. And what's actually kind of funny is that I see all the time people hating on Jar Jar. But the thing is, in real life, I've never met an actual breathing person, in real life who's hated Jar Jar. Like everybody that I've ever met, they've liked Jar Jar. Either that or I've never really asked them if they like Jar Jar or whatever. But anyway, that's not the point. The point right now is that I like the Star Wars movies. My favorite would probably be like The Empire Strikes Back, just because of how important that one is to like movies in general. Because of like the big plot twist at the end of Vader being Luke's father and things like that. Revenge of the Sith would be my second favorite, followed by Return of the Jedi, The Phantom Menace, A New Hope, and Attack of the Clones being like a distant 6, because that's like the one Star Wars movie I don't really care that much for. Now, it did have some cool moments, like the opening in Coruscant. That was kind of cool. But overall, that one definitely like dragged down the longest. I didn't really like it that much. But aside from that, the rest of Star Wars is awesome. I'm excited for episode 7, and it's gonna be awesome things. And now I'm going to stop talking about that because I'm pretty sure my viewers aren't going to want me to go on and on about Star Wars or something like that. Well, some of you might want me to, but I just don't really feel like talking that much about. I don't really feel like spending the entire video talking about nothing but Star Wars. The one more thing I want to talk about is that I heard that they're making like another a spin-off next year. They're like making a spin-off next year. That's going to be about the. Basically in episode 4, the Rebel Alliance like somehow got the plans for the Death Star, and it was never really fully explained how they even did that. They're not, and like now they're making a movie that's gonna like explain that. It's gonna be kind of cool. It's gonna be awesome and things like that. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna be doing is that we're gonna be going up this hill right here. Because we need to get to a higher area so that we can backtrack a little, so we can reach those caves off in the distance. So let's not. Well, it is a cave, but I meant to say those platforms off in the distance, but I guess caves also work. So let's fly over there, fly like a birdie or a dragon or something, and let's rescue this dude.
Remember that these blue thieves haven't stolen eggs only in the Magic Crafter world. Don't worry, I'll take care of them.
I think that's the last of the dragons in this area, so yeah, we don't need to collect any more of those things. So these gems over here, these could be a big pain in the butt if you don't know what you're doing, but if you have skills like me, then you should be fine. You want to breathe fire on the fireworks and then jump over here just to be safe, because if you stand too close to them, then you're going to take damage, you're going to fall and plummet to your death. So what I like to do is that I like to position the camera over to a safe platform, then breathe fire, and then jump over there. That's what I like to do. It might work for some of you. Some of you might have smarter strategies because you've been playing this game all of your life, and like I said in the first episode, I don't have that much of experience with the Spyro series. This is the only game I've ever played, and I haven't been playing it for that long. But still, this game's awesome. I like it. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't be Let's Playing it. Speaking of which, there was one game that I considered doing a Let's Play of that I didn't like. I know I talked about this game before, but there's this one game that I consider to be the worst game of all time. Like, even worse than E.T. and things like that. Well, might not. I probably shouldn't go that far, because E.T. was a pretty terrible game. But the thing is, this sneaking, it was just so weird. Like it did play well. There were hardly any glitches in that game, but the thing is, this game was just so weird and stupid. That I tried to sell it over to this one. There's this game store in my town called CD Game Exchange, and it's a really good store for checking out retro games. But the thing is, that's where I got my copy of Sneaking, and they literally sold it for $1. But the thing is, when I tried to sell it back to the store, they would not take it, saying that they didn't even know why they didn't even. What the? I ran ahead of him, and I still missed. Okay, that was a little weird. The thing is, they wouldn't take my copy of the game back because they said that they didn't even know why they had it in stock in the first place. It was a little weird. But I guess I can understand that because well, I don't really know why. I don't know. I'm a little torn about that because on one hand, I only got it for $1, so it's not like it was like that big of a deal. But at the same time, it's a little weird that the store that I bought it from wouldn't take it back. Okay, I'm just gonna check to see how many gems I have, and I have all of them. So, we can finally leave this horrible area, which means I never have to play this place again. I'm so happy. I am happy. There's actually a Weird Al parody of that song called Tacky, and it was really hilarious. But anyway, on that note, we're gonna leave this place. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video of Spyro the Dragon. And until next time, dear to you. Oh yeah.